downtown. This is what I heard. Something's passing. It's not 3. I'm thinking 1. That's me reading between the lines.
Oh, okay.
That is my read between the lines. What did you guys hear?
I don't see that. I think the big soda, the villains, can't allow that because with them, it's not about the amount of money and lower sales. They're being made a pariah. Berkeley already did it. If another city does it across the country, you're going to see a bunch of people do it.
Really?
That's what it's about.
That'd be enough to start a trend.
Oh, yeah, because...
But it's also a precedent.
Right.
I mean, it's also a precedent. If, let's say it's 1.
Right.
Then it becomes 2. Then it becomes 3,
right. Well, they go for more. That's the starting point. And then if people like pre-K, maybe they'll start to say, you know.
But so far, we've only seen 3 council members come out and say they're not doing it. And I didn't hear him suggest that people are absolutely against it. The more I talk to people up there, the more it sounds like this could pass. It won't be unanimous, but this could get through.
And the fact of the matter is, Councilman Clark, the fact that he broached it, he didn't put it off the table. He said, how about a half-cent tax? How about a quarter-cent? Means I think something's going to happen. 80% of the voters in Philadelphia, I think the last time when Mayor Kenny ran in the primary, voted for this pre-K commission to study. There is nothing more important, I think, around this table, we would agree, than pre-K to get people out of poverty, into schools, into jobs. It all starts there. Something is going to happen.
Larry, there are a lot of questions that are being raised that I thought were interesting on his part. Who gets to do the work on the parks? How many kids get seats? Where do those seats belong? What are they going to be taught? Like, these are a lot of questions as you get down a couple of weeks out from voting.
Well, there already is pre-K in the school district. There are about 9,000 seats, I believe. Why are we not going through the school district?
And he had that question?
Actually, a lack of it's a lack of a vote of confidence in the school district to be able to pull this off. But I do think that just getting back to, I think Dom's right. The industry is going to pull out all the stops to try and stop anything from passing. If something, I think your instinct is right, something will pass, something modest will pass. I suspect the beverage industry will then sue.
They're expecting a suit.
That's right. And based on this idea that it's really a backdoor sales tax, which you need the legislature for.
Yeah, it's interesting that, literally speaking, it's not a tax on the people drinking the soda and the sugary beverages. It's a tax on the distributors. And not everywhere have they passed on the full tax to the end user.
They will here, though,
Can I
without
ask
that.
a question about that? If you pass the whole thing on and you make my soda so expensive that I don't buy it, have you not cut off your nose to spite your face? Pass on a little bit, so I'm mad about it, but I buy your soda.
Well, I think it's something else, though. A column in the Daily News recently, Stu Bykowski made the point, soda's already down. Health-conscious people are not drinking soda. I don't remember the last soda that I had, literally, and the diet soda thing hasn't helped. So they're afraid they're going to be made, ultimately, into a villain.
But
that's the part that I resent most.
But they can do what they do with alcohol.
Right.
You don't have to buy it in the city. You can go somewhere else and buy it.
But here's the thing.
You can buy it bulk, you know.
Yeah, but, you know, there's a lot of pain. With cigarettes, they still made a lot of money on people. Not everybody lives on a border.
Good point.
Over the course of time, they forget about it and they'll pay.
Other taxes you have to pay. Here's a tax you don't have to pay.
Well,
don't drink the soda. Sorry, it's easier said than done.
But there is, and I think one of the things that Clark is hearing, especially from African American members of council, that there is a regressive nature to this.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders said it.
Bernie Sanders said it, and Clark even said it in an earlier announcement when when there was discussions about the 3 cents, right? You know.
What do you think? What I also heard is they might do the sugary tax, but something else, because he was flat out, we support the idea of pre-K. So you got to pay for it somewhere else. Where's somewhere else?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I keep going back to the issue of why are we taxing with a $4 billion budget? Why are we taxing anything? Why can't we elect leaders who make the hard political choices about what to actually fund? We didn't have this. We just had a mayor's race, and we didn't have the discussion about how you're going to pay. Kenny talked about pre-K, but if you remember, his answer to how you're going to pay for it was, "I'm going to do zero-based budgeting," and that fell by the wayside, which was supposed to lead to all these savings.
Well, the funny thing is that's exactly what Councilwoman Sanchez is also saying. Go find it in the budget. That's not.
And she's a very progressive member of council, right up there with the most progressive.
You can't say go to Harrisburg, because that's not going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen.
Not the way things are going.
What you could say is that if Hillary Clinton wins, she's pro soda tax, pro pre-K.
But how do you
maybe
do a
maybe
national,
the feds.
How do you do a national soda tax?
They do a grant program, a block grant program for cities.